Hello, welcome back to Cracker Creations. Today's video is going to be a lighting video. I know I've started a series on the different areas of the park that we're chronicling, but I thought this video, we'd break it up a little bit with a lighting video, show you guys the lights in the park and out here in the wall art. As you can see, we have the recent Cinderella Castle build. And we've got the lighting kit in that from LEGO. It turned out really well. We've got that backdrop. I'm gonna probably add some lighting to the other fireworks that I have installed on there, but it's looking really good as an insert into the wall there. And then we also have the Magic Band scanner right there. So we're gonna use that in a second, but before we do that, let's get some close-ups of the different characters that we have around the castle here. So we are going to probably be adding, like I said, some more lights to the fireworks area, which is going to light that up a little more. But I think it turned out really well. We've got a lot of decor around it on the wall there. We can show you that on another video. But we're going to go ahead and get this scanner. I'm going to use the scanner right there. And we are going to head into the park. So as we open up the door here, here is the resort area here, back into the park there. And yes, we have the fireworks going back there as well. If you haven't seen the latest videos, we did one on the resorts. So we did a little close-up explanation of the resorts here. We have the Contemporary, the Polynesian, and the Grand Floridian. I'm in the process of we're going to be adding a building to the Grand Floridian soon, and work on lighting up the new Polynesian Tower there. And we need some lighting out into the Polynesian itself. So I've just got the path lights around the Seven Seas Lagoon. I'll be adding to the Contemporary soon as well, because we want to get that lit up inside. That would be really neat. Let's go ahead and take a look down into the park then, as we start at the beginning here. At the turnstiles, which we just did the Main Street USA video. But boy, look at the glow. It really picked up and looks like, I've seen a lot of people have told me they thought it was actually just video of the park itself. But no, it is a Lego build. And as we get closer into Main Street, you can see that glow coming off. We've got the cinema there on the side sparkling, and then down to the castle at the end of Main Street there. And so we're going to take a look from this side here. As we look over Main Street, we can see Adventureland over there. You can see the tree house, Swiss Family Robinson tree house. We see Jungle Cruise and some lighting of the Pirates of the Caribbean. We've got to do some more lighting for some of the areas, which we will be doing. But let's go ahead and take a closer look on that side. So we're going to go right around over there. Let's walk around. In the process, as I'm doing this, we're working on Fantasyland. We are working on the new Cars Land area. That's all going to be coming soon. And as we're on the other side here, we can kind of see across. We see the Emporium there, and then across, and it really just glows, has that magic glow to it. So very fortunate that it turned out the way it did. Looking pretty good as we go down Main Street there again. And we're looking over towards Tron, and we're looking at Tomorrowland there. But let's take a little closer look here into the Jungle Cruise. There is a queue area and the boat there, and we've got some lighting around the center there. We've got the backside of water lit up, and the area with the elephants. And then that kind of just leads, that waterway leads from around the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse right into the Jungle Cruise. And we can also see on the other side the water underneath Aladdin's Magic Carpet Ride. And then over into Pirates of the Caribbean, we've got the old guy with the dirty foot hanging. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. We've got, this area is not finished yet. So there are a little bit of mess over here, but we've got some lighting of where the cannonballs hitting the water there. We've got the ride vehicle. We've got some of the fire up in the buildings there. And then we also have glowing over there. We have Jack Sparrow in the end scene. Let's see if we can get close to that. He's in there. Probably not the clearest, but he's in the seat in there. The only difference is, and you guys that have been following knows, that I've had to take the train right through there because I'm already cramped for space in the 30 plus by 16 plus area that I'm in down here. So that's kind of, like I said, Adventureland there. If we can see over into the magic carpet ride of Aladdin right there. And then back up to the castle there. So let's run over to the other side here. Let's get back over there. And again, this view from the front here is the entire park. That's obviously a good view right there. And then let's come down on this side over here and take a look. We've got the blue line, or the people mover right there. And Tomorrowland, which is going to get an upgrade soon. We've got the Speedway, which I'm in the back of the Speedway here. I will be moving this soon. I'll move this table out so I can get in there and show you guys some of that. We've got the teacups there. We've got to get Dumbo lit up. We do have lighting in the Snow White Cottage there for the 7 Dwarfs Mine Train. And then some of the new additions, like I said, the Belle's Castle back there, we've got to get that lit up. We've got to light up the addition and just light up in general. Ariel's Ride, we've got some additions to that. So if you haven't checked that out, we'll be spotlighting Fantasyland soon here as well. And just in general, Fantasyland is kind of dull. There's not a lot of lights back there. So once we get the lights, that should really wake that area up back there, especially for the nighttime viewing. We've got Tron here and the glowing underneath the canopy there. And then again, if we look through, I'm going to probably, let's go ahead and, we're going to move this table right here. So I'm going to do that right now. We'll move this table and get closer to Main Street here. All right, here we are. We've got that table. Like I said, that moves out so I can get down closer to Main Street. Let's go as we take a look back there. Let's start though on Main Street, and let's take you back through Main Street here. See if we can get down some ground views here. Still have the parade in there. I know I got to get that out of there. But as we go down Main Street here, got to see the lighting. As we go down towards the partner statue, which I've got to get some lights kind of focused on that, but it's okay there, but I need to get the lights focused on that a little better. And then as we come down through this main area, we look over at the Crystal Palace over there, down into Adventureland. And then we look into Frontierland, which is going to change dramatically. We can see Tina's Bayou Adventure over there. And down into Liberty Square, we see the Hall of Presidents there. And then behind that is the Haunted Mansion as well. So we've got a lot, like I said, we've got a lot of lighting to do back there, but I'm kind of waiting to work further on the second rendition of the Cars expansion. And I'm waiting for a little more confirmation on the concept art there. But as you can see, I've got a better vantage point, a little better for Fantasyland. And you can see in here, the only lights I really have focused is on the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and Tron over here. And I told you I'd get back and show you guys the Tomorrowland Speedway, and there it is right there. And again, I'm hoping to get this remodeled as well. So I'm going to be working on trying to get that updated, and hopefully I can get it updated where we've got some action going on in there too. So pretty excited about that. That's for a later date though. And as we see, again, let's take a spin here, and you can see the castle itself. Great lighting on the castle. And let's go ahead and take a look down Main Street the opposite way towards the train station. And we can kind of see right on back down towards the train station. And with the lighting down there around the Seven Seas Lagoon, it really bounces off the Contemporary down there. So you can kind of see that as well, even though I don't have any lights in there right now. So that's kind of just the update I wanted to give you guys on the lighting. I get a lot of questions all the time about the lighting, and I really enjoy seeing the lights on. I think it really puts that extra bit to it as well with the lighting. So let me put this table back, and then I'll give you some final views here of the whole build as well. All right, and here we are back together here. I didn't mention this area here. This area up here as well, I've got to get that lit up. That is the kind of my own little creation there, kind of a throwback to Disneyland, where the train comes around the front here. It's got some dinosaurs, got a little Star Wars, little Raiders of the Lost Ark, got some Muppets thrown in there, a little Batman thrown in there as well. Little Jack Sparrow, all kinds of stuff going on there. But we're going to be getting that lit up as well. So let's move on back here to the front of the park again. And as we see the views here, if I can step back a little further. There we go. So that is the extent of the park. Again, from about right here to the end of the park is about 31 feet. And as you can see, the view a little higher here, and it runs about 16 across. So again, the views get a little more spectacular as we have the lights on. Show you some of these aerial views here too. And again, we really appreciate you guys following, liking, and sharing. If you got any questions, please throw them in the comments below there. I will get back to you as soon as I can with those answers. And if anybody likes Disney or Lego, send them to us. We're trying to get the subscriber count up, and so we can build more. We really appreciate you guys following, liking. We will see you soon. Bye-bye now.